Hello, hello. And today I have a puzzle that was recommended to me by Heliopolis, who claimed it was his favorite puzzle of the year, and it is into July now for me. So when I hear praise like that, I tend to listen. So this puzzle is called Copycat Collaboration. It's by Skojo and his chat from stream. And I have to say, I actually was in this stream for about 20 minutes in the beginning of his setting process. So I might know a couple things about this puzzle. I had to leave because it was too distracting to try to get any work done while watching it. So, just a little truth in advertising here. But I don't know how to break into the puzzle or how it's gonna play out. So what are the rules? We've got normal Sudoku rules. That's the digits 1 to 9 have to appear once each. Without repeats in every row, every column, and every marked 3x3 box. We have zipper lines, which are these purple lines that have circled centers, and each pair of digits away from the center has the same sum, and that sum is equal to the digit in the center, which has the circle in it. So as an example, let's do this one. If this were a 6, then this might be, say, 4 and 2, or it might be, say, 5 and 1, something like that. These circles are odd lots. So digits in these yellow circles count the number of odd values on the lines that they're on. So for example, if this were a 3, it wouldn't be a 3, but suppose it were a 3, that would mean on this line I've got 3 odd digits, including itself. So 3 would be odd, and then I'd have 2 more odd cells somewhere in here. And then we have Copycat. So I was watching the stream, this is the thing that kept tripping me up, trying to understand what Skojo was doing. But the basic idea behind a Copycat cell is it's like doublers, and then I'm going to end up with 1 in each row, every column, every 3x3 box. So I may end up with something like this. I don't know. Right, whatever. And then these cells will have values, and I don't know what those values are. Let's say it's a 6, doesn't matter. This Copycat cell says, well, it's a 6 for the purposes of Sudoku. So for the purposes of row, column, and box logic, it's a 6. But in terms of the zipper lines and the counting lots, this is going to take the value of the cell, the digit in the cell, that is 180 degrees rotated away from it. So from in this example, it would be here, right? If I rotate the entire grid 180 degrees, this would end up over here. So if I call that blue, that's the kind of equivalent of this cell. Then let's say I were to put a 5 in here, then this 5 would be what this Copycat cell considers when thinking about the zipper line and when thinking about the lots, whether it's in the circle or not. So if, say, this were a red 6, and then rotationally opposite that is the cell 5, then this cell would be considered a 5 for purposes of this counter, which means I could end up with a number other than 5 odd cells on this line. 5 being the number of odd cells in the digits 1 to 9. So let's start. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the Copycat cells have 1 of each digit. So there's nine Copycat cells, and each digit is in exactly 1 Copycat cell. So there's 1, 1, 1, 2, etc. So just like doublers in that sense. Okay. So those are the rules. At the beginning of the stream, I know he was talking a lot about these swirls. And I recall that when I was still there were basically like 2 ways this could go, and it wasn't decided which way it would go, but it doesn't matter. Let's think about logically how we're going to break into this puzzle. I do think it does start with these swirls. Let's just think about this one. The reason I'm picking this one and not these is because it's in the center box, and the Copycat cell will take another cell in the box. So, I think there's 2 ways this can go, which is that either, so suppose there were no Copycat cells. The only way this would work is if I put a 9 here, and then there are 4 ways to sum up to 9, right? 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, and 4, 5. At least 4 ways using the digits 1 to 9, with using pairs of them. So these would be the 4 ways, and one of this might be a 4, 5. I don't know if that's the 4 or 5, but it would be something like this. I guess turn those off. It'd be something like this, where I pair off each of those pairs that sum to 9 in spaces that are equidistant from the center. So that's what it would have to be. Again, not exactly this orientation. I could switch the 4, 5, and the 2, 7, something like that. That would also be fine. But it'd be something like that if there were no copycat cells. Well, because there are copycat cells, there's another possibility, right? So the reason this would have to be 9, or one reason it would have to be 9 in this situation is I can't put 9 on a zipper line, because whatever I add 9 to, it's going to end up more than 9, and I can't put more than 9 here, even with copycat cells. So 9 can't go on the zipper, unless the 9 is the copycat. So if the 9 is the copycat cell, then we kind of shift. Now I can't put 8 in here, because 8's going to have to go in here. If I put 8 in here, I don't have 9 here. I should be a little more specific. If I have 9 in a cell that's not the center of the zipper, and it's a copycat cell, then I just put 8 somewhere. Where does 8 go? Well, 8 can't go in here, because the highest I can put here is 8, and 8 plus even 1 is 9. So I had to put 8 in the center of the zipper line here. And for that to work, we could pair off 8 3 times. Or I could do 1 7, for example. I mean, I don't know where they would go. I do something like this: 2 7, 2 6, 3 5, something like that. And then what I'm left with is 4 and 9, which is fine so long as the 9 copycats to the 4, which wouldn't happen here. That would only happen here, I think. This sum could have the 9 copycat to the 4 in either direction. So this isn't, it would have to do something like this. Right, because this rotates here, these two rotate to each other, these two rotate to each other, these two rotate to each other. And these are the only two that are summing together to get here. So this is another possibility for the, I should say this is a possibility. I should go through and think about, so with the copycat cell in one of these spots, I'm going to use red as my copycat possibility. So this is one way it could work. If it's not that, then I think I have to have 9, and then this cell would be the copycat to itself. That's the only way, because if I copycat a digit to something else, I'm not going to have 4 sets of 9 nicely. So, okay, so I guess what I can say is none of these are the copycat cells, because either this is 8, and this is a 4-9 pair with one of them being a copycat, or this is a 9, and the copycat's in the center, and everything is just, all the sums are pairs that add up to 9. And I think the same logic applies here, even though we're not in the center. I mean, I can't highlight the copycat cells, I don't think. But this 8, 9 logic, I think, works as well. Like, I think I can put 8, 9 here. Because how would I ever put a 7 here? Ooh, unless it were copycatted. No. So I almost thought I could just copycat a 7 to a 9, because originally I thought I can't put a 7 in here. I can't put a 7 here, because if 7 is here, I have an 8 and a 9 that are both higher than 7. One of them could be copycatted, but the other one certainly wouldn't be. So that would break the sum, because 8 is higher than 7, 9 is higher than 7. And so, but then I thought, well, what if 7 is the copycat? I could put a 1 here even, copycat it to a 9, this becomes a 9. But in that case, now whatever low digit I put here is the copycat cell. I have a 9 that's not copycatted on the zipper, which we can't do. So it's a little more complicated than here, but it's still showable that this is 8 or 9. And if it's an 8, the copycat's a 9. Which can't be true for both of the, all right, so if this is 9, these two are both 8, meaning I have 2 copycat 9 cells in there, which isn't going to work. So this is actually a 9. Sorry, this is actually an 8. And these are 9s. And this 8 is going to have a copycat 9 here. So now I actually know the copycat is here. Because if this is a 9, I have digits that sum to 9. If I copycat 1 to a different digit, which would happen if I put it anywhere else in the box, because it can't possibly copycat to the same digit because it'll end up in the same box. Then we'll end up with a sum that's incorrect. So that has a copycat here. These are all going to be not copycats by the row column box logic. This is not, and then in here I have a 9 copycat somewhere. So these aren't copycats because they're not 9, so they can't be copycats. So the copycat's up here, which means it's not over here. So it's in one of these and one of these. And the copycat up here is a 9. So this can't be a copycat. But now, right, I can't do this center logic here because any of these cells could copycat themselves. In fact, one of them will copycat themselves in box 3. So I have no idea where it is here. And this 9 is going to copycat to a 4. So this 9, wherever it copycats to, is going to be a 4. And that's going to go across from, and this is going to go across from 4. So if this is the 9, this is the 4. Across from meaning it'll sum to 8 across the zipper line. So this is 9, this is 4. And if this is 9, this is 4. But this can't be 4 because the 4 is over here. So that's not 9. So I have a pair of 9s and a pair of 4s. And this is the copycat, so that's not copycat. Yes. Because like these aren't 8, so these aren't 1. So 1 isn't one of these. Seems too much. Does that mean this is 9 as well? Yeah, because this, by this exact same logic, this is either 8 or 9. But it can't be 8 because 8 would require a copycat 9. So this is a 9. And it's not a copycat, therefore. Okay, let's think about this. I was thinking about this cell, but I think this cell is actually better because I have some restrictions on 9 here. Can this cell, like normally you would think this should be 5. It certainly can't be a 9. But it could be a 9 copycatted to 4. Because if the 9 copycats to a 4, there are only 4 odd digits on this line. So that works, actually. I was hoping it wouldn't work. But if it's not the copycat 9, it's got to be the copycat will be here. Oh, wait, hold on. No, the 9 copycats to a 4 either way. No matter what's going on here, the 9 copycats to a 4. So there are only 4 odd digits in this box once you account for the copycat. So this has to effectively be a 4. It can't be a true 4, so it has to be the copycat 4. That's a 9. That's the 4. And this 9 will copycat to a 4 here. So that these are not copycat now. I get a 4 up here. Is that worth marking? And 4 is going to go across from 5. I don't know. And now is this 4? Well, what is this odd lot? Because I'm hesitant. It depends. It could be a copycat cell. It could copycat to whatever is here. But I think I can say something like the true value of this, not necessarily the digit, but the true value of this is whether it's a copycat or not. I think it has to be 2 because there's, even if this weren't a 4, I mean, ignore that for a second. Right, it can't be 3 because that would mean I have 3 odd cells here, and that these, and remember the copycat and the odd lots, everything's working, and the zipper are all working on whatever the copycat cell is. So I'm gonna forget restricting digits in the sense that like I can't repeat digits in certain places. Ignore that because copycat ruins that. But just think about the parity of sums. If this is 3, and it can't be more than 3 because I've only got 3 cells to play with on this line. If it's 3, that means they're all odd, and I have 2 odds summing to an odd, which doesn't make any sense. 2 odds has to sum to even. So it can't be 3. If it's 1, that is the odd. So I have 1 plus even equals even, which also is nonsense. So these, and the same thing's gonna be true here because it's a three cell line with an odd lot on it. The true, and this one is a 2 actually then. So that's a 2. And this one is a 2, but it could be copycatting to this 2. But it is effectively a 2, which means these are both odd, which means this 4 that we put here from this copycat of 9 has to also be a copycat. And it's copycatting the 9, and therefore these are not copycat. Oh, okay, that's nice. This is not a copycat, so it's a real 2. And this is copycatting to 9, so 9 is 2 plus 7. And there we go. And this is a true cell now, so this is probably, I can probably do similar stuff here. So it's no more than 5, because there's only 5 cells here. If it's 1, then it's the only odd here, which is just silly, right? 1 plus even is not even. 5 is going to have the same problem. These can't all be odd, because then odd plus odd is not odd, so it's not 5. If it's 2, how would this work? If it's 2, I think you can do even, 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 odd, odd. That works. If it's 3, I think I can do odd, 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 even, even. I think that works. And each one is an even and an odd summing to an odd. That works as well. So either of those work, actually. 2 or 3 works here. Okay. Can I do something with this? I don't know. I know it's less than 7, but that's not very helpful. Okay, let's just do it. It can't be 7 because then these are all odd. Odd plus odd is not odd. It can't be 1 because I'll have 1 plus even is even, which is not correct. Could it be 6? There's no way. If it's 6, no. If it's 6, that's the even. These two will be odd, and that will be odd. That won't work. Can it be 5? 5 means 2 evens. What was that? I mean, it strikes me that it's not possible, but I'm hesitant to just say you can't do it. Let's try 3. 3 seems possible. Well, hold on. I can't do one odd. So this line has 3 distinct sums, and then the thing it sums to. So I can't have one distinct odd in each, because then I have one distinct even on the opposites, and that should have a 4th odd. So I can't do it that way. If I ever have 2 odds together, this has to be even, and then everything else has to be 2 or 2. So actually, I'm thinking this can't be 3. I wonder if this is going to have to be 4. Right? How would this be 3? If this is 3, we can't do 1 odd each. So, and we can't do 1. We can't do 2 odds on the same one. Like those 2 can't be odd, because then the third one, if these are 2 odd, the sum is even, so that's not odd. But then same thing. I either get, so they can't be together, they can't be apart, can't be 3 apart. Can I do odd, 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 something like this? Which is not going to work. So I have even, even, and then these would either be, and this would be another odd even pair, which would give us a 4th. No, it's not 3. 4 seems to work okay because I could do 2 odd pairs, an even pair, something to even. So that works definitely. 5, does 5 really work? I can't think of a way 5 works. 5 would have to be, well, let's think of it this way. Can I put, if this is 5, can I put an odd here? Well, I'd get 3 odds because this odd, sorry, I'd get an even there. No, if this is odd, okay, if this cell is odd, I have to have, each sum has to be an odd and an even. That's the only way to get to an odd cell. So if this is odd, this is 4. straight up. If this is even, everything pairs off. This is the way I should have thought about it originally. There's probably something you could do for all these that basically says either it's even or it's the number of sums you're going to do plus 1, which in this case is also the even. So it can't. So the way to think about it is, what is the center cell? If it's odd, each pair is an odd and an even. So I get 1 from the center and 1 from each sum, which would be 4 in this case. It would be 3 in this case. It would be 5 in this case. So that's one possibility. This could be 4. This also could be even. If this is even, what's going to happen is each pair is either going to be both odd or both even. And so since this one's even, I'm not counting that. And I don't know how many of these will be odd pairs, but they're all pairs. So it's either 2, 4, 6, or 8 odds. In this case, 2, 4, or 6. So either way, this is 4. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me if this is odd or even because I could get there both ways. Interestingly, I do get a 4 here. I was tempted to put a 5 here. But that's not true because while this 4 can't be a copycat, this 5 can. Okay, what is the copycat on this cell? It's got a copycat to itself by the same logic that this one had to copycat to itself, because otherwise we don't get 8 digits that can add up to 9 in 4 pairs. So what that means is this is a 5, because either it's not a copycat, in which case it's just 5, because there's 5. Well, there are 5 odd cells here, because the copycat copycats to itself, so the odd cell is 5. The copycat cell is odd, and it's taking... No, copycat cell could be even, but it goes to it even. It goes to itself, and so it doesn't change the number of odds and evens. So there's 5 odd cells here. This could copycat to a 5, but if it does, it is a 5. So either way, that's a 5. These aren't 5. That's a 5. And that means this isn't a copycat because the 5 copycat just got used at that exact moment. This could be the copycat, though. So importantly, this digit, whatever it is going to copycat to itself here. Yes. And this 5 tells me the 4 is here. Yes. Then what? Oh, and now 5 can't be copycat. So the 5 is here. It doesn't mean this can't be copycat, but it does mean the 5 is across from the 4, and neither one can be copycatted, so that's a real sum. Oh, I could have done that before, actually, because this also copycats to itself. This copycats to itself just like this one does. Okay. So even if this could be a copycat, it would still be a 5. And these are all true sum pairs. It's just going to tell me something about box 3. One of these cells is going to tell me something about one of these cells in box 2. This is a 4. So I get, so just by Sudoku, I get 4 and 5 up here. And neither of them can be the copycat cell. But the third one could be. I get 9 in here. 9 can't go in this, so that's a 9. Because I can't, even with the copycat, this can't get bigger than 9. So I can't put 9, even plus 1 is 10. It's not going to work there. So that's a 9. These are both odd, but they're potentially copycat odds. I don't want to pencil mark them. But like the true value of this is either 3, 5, 7, or 9. And the true value of this is either 1, 3, 5, or 7. But it could be copycatted to something here. These can't be 9. The exact same logic is up here. I can't put 9 on the arm of a... Oh, but it could be copycatted. No. It could be... These were definitely not copycat. That's why I could do that here. But that's not true. These could be copycat 9s. Oh, no, but I already have a copycat 9. Okay. I already have a copycat 9. So I can't put a 9 here, because if I put a 9 there, it would not be a copycat, and therefore would break the zipper. I get a 9 in one of those. Okay, there we go. I can just place a bunch of 9s, it seems like. So 9 is now in one of these and one of these. Okay. Okay. Seems like that's the end of our 9s. Could this be 5? If this were 5, it has to be a true 5 because Copycat's gone. I'll put a 1 here. I put a 1, and then these just have to be, oh no, they could be copycatted. They could be copycatted to these. I was going to say that to be 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's not quite true. How would that work? I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like there's something there, but I can't, like, if this is a 5, I could put one, forget copycats for a second. If this is 5, this would have to be a 1 to make 4 and 1 sum to 5. Which would put a 1, wait, hold on. The 4 has to go here. I can't put, I was thinking if there's no copycat, this stuff that can't be 5. Because I have to put a 1 here to make this work. These have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. They all have to be less than 5. So they're 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, which would be here, would have to go here, which would place a 4 to make 5 there, but the 4 has to be there. So it doesn't work without copycats. With copycats, this is still a 1. These still have to be the values 1, 2, 3, 4, but now one of them can be a copycat value. So I could put a high digit in here instead of, say, 4. So could I do 1? No. So, okay, I'd have to copycat the 1. Because if I put a 1 here, I have to put a 4 here, which is not possible because of this 4. So if this is somehow a real 5, which would have to, it couldn't be a copycat 5. If this were somehow a 5, this would have to be 1 to sum to this. The 1 would have to be copycatted now. Or sorry, no, the 1 wouldn't be copycatted. Some high digit would have to copycat to take the place of a 1. That's what it is. Some high digit would have to take the place of a copycat 1. Because I couldn't put the 1 here, that would force a 4 here, which breaks. So I couldn't put a 1 in any of those cells. So 1 would have to be off here and not part of the 5 sum. So I'd have 2, 3, 4, and a copycat cell. So this will be 4. This would be the copycat, which would turn into a 1 from here. And this would be a 2, 3 pair. But that is possible. Oh, that's possible. Wow. And now I'm thinking that's the way it's going to be because that's so specific. Okay. Okay, so that did not help. I mean, it helped. I thought about this, but I couldn't get rid of, I want to do a 4 or 5 pair here, neither of which were copycatted. But I can't get there. Five, 4, something copycat to a 1, 8, 2, 3, 1 in the others. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. That's possible. This doesn't seem that restricted. These are just the 3 pairs of 9 somehow with something copycatting to itself over here. This has to be 2 more than this in value. Went down here. These just seem so unrestricted. I can't put 8 on any of them. No, because I could copycat to an 8. No, neither of these are going to copycat to here, so they can't copycat to a 9. So I cannot put an 8. Oh, if I can put an 8 if it's copycat. Nah, I can put a copycat at 8 here. Whew. Right, yeah, these copycat to anything. Okay. So then my next step. Is there a reason that none of these can be copycats? That would be really helpful. That would clear this up a little bit. If none of these could be copycats, that would force the copycat here. Why would that be true? Well, one of these is whichever cell down here is getting copycat. Like this cell has to copycat to itself, either like that or like this. Well, hold on, maybe it's this one that can't be copycat. If this is copycat, then this is this digit. Which therefore which would not be 4 or 5. So this would not be 4 or 5. So I get a 5-4 pair like this, which does not work because we said before, if this is a 5, that had to be a 4. That's the only way this 5 thing worked. So this cannot be copycat, right? So let me try to explain that one more time. If this is copycat, this digit, I don't know what it is, right? Call it A. A has to copycat to itself, so that becomes A. And A is not 4 or 5 because those are here. And not copycatable anymore because of these. So that puts a 5 here and a 4 here. And now the problem is, well, how do I make this 5 work? This 5, first of all, neither of these would be copycats, right? In fact, it would make the A copycat, which immediately breaks because now A is itself. These have to be the digits 1, 2, 3, and 4, but 4 is here, so that just doesn't work. Easier than how I saw it, but that is good. So one of these is a copycat. These are not copycat. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work. Okay. So some digit here shows up there. Can I do something like this? Like this can only be 1, 3, or 5 now. Oh, can it be 5? This is only 1. Oh, this is only 1 or 3. Because this has to be less than 5 to make this work. It can't be 5 because 5 would put a 9 here, which we've already done. 2 and 4 are taken. So this is only 1 or 3, meaning this is 5 or 7. Is that... Man, I really want this to be 1, 5 now. So is there something wrong with 3, 7? This becomes a 5, 4 pair. This will pair off with either 2 or 3, either by copycat or the actual digit. And then this would have to be a 1, 6. But that seems fine. I don't know what is the problem with that. No, it seems okay. Well, hold on, does that mean there's a 1 here either way? So if this is 5, we get 1 here. No, if 1 is in here, 1 can't be here. Well, no, 1 could be here. 1 can't be there. I have one cell that can't be a 1. Because if this could be 1, 6 either way. No, I can't. I don't even have that. Okay, what? Because that feels really tight. But I think either of those possibilities is okay. It also feels like the next place I should be looking. But I don't know. 8's not those, so 1's not those. 8's not those, so 1's not those. It would be really 7 now. Having 7 3 1 6 would be really nice to get a 1 here and an 8 here. That works really nicely. So now I'm back to trying to figure out, can I disprove 5? If it's 5, it's gonna be 5 4 3 2. Something that copycats to a 1. Oh, but do I get 1 over here either way then, actually? I might. I might. Well, let's try that. 5 1 2 3 4. Something copycatting to a 1 8 4 3 2. This could be 1. There's so many possibilities here. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble seeing where I'm supposed to go next. Here. 7 is not here. 2 is not here. What if I eliminate from here? It can't be 2 or 1. It could be 3 or 6, 7, 8. That's worth marking, maybe. 3, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah. So I get a 5. Oh, yeah, I got a 5 here, which gives me a 3 here to sum to 8. 3 can't go here. 6 can't go here now. No, still not seeing it. It seemed like potentially a pattern that was going to get me someplace. We have 5 up here. Is that helpful? No. I don't think. Well, I do get 8 can't be here because this can be neither a 9 nor a copycat 9. And 8 can't go here because this can't be 9 or a copycat 9. So 8's in one of these spots. I don't know. This can't be 8 for the same reason, because that can't be 9 or a copycat 9. No, it's just too many possibilities. This could be an 8. As in, can I eliminate 7 from here too? That would put 7 in one of 2 places. But I can't even do that. Okay, what about these? This is the sum of these two, plus minus copycats. It's probably just some Sudoku I'm missing. Is that possible? Hold on. Does this 1 6 break with this somehow? Well, let's try this being 7 again. If this is 7, 7 and 2 are gone from there. It's 7 and 3. 3 then is gone from all these cells because I can't do 3, 4. 3, 7. This becomes a 4-5 pair. One and two have to go down here, with 7 and 8 in here. I'm trying to see. I mean, this seems quite a bit of look ahead. It's probably something easier. I don't see it right now. 7, 3. This is 4, 5. This is 2 or 3, but it could be a copycat 2 or 3. It could be copycat 3 only. So this had to be 1, 6, right? Because if this is 7, 4 and 5 are both gone. And neither of these are copycats. So this has to be 1, 6. If this is 7, this has to be 1, 6 because 4 and 5 would be gone. So either this is one. Hold on, this is maybe interesting. This is either 1, 6 or 2, 3. So actually, now we almost have a quadruple here. If this is 2, 3, because this is a 5. If it's a 7, we get 1, 6 here. If it's 5, we get 2, 3 here because 4 is taken. Um, 2, 3. This becomes 1 or 6, meaning this becomes 3 or 8. I don't see the problem. If this is 1, 6, this becomes 2 or 3, this becomes 6 or 7. One and 6 are gone from here, so 3 and 8 are gone from here. Yeah, I just don't see it. What? It feels so close to being possible to eliminate something here. Oh, this is an odd lot. This is an odd lot. So what are my odds? 1, 2. There's one odd in each. No, that's not going to help me. An odd, an odd, an odd, an odd. One of these is odd. I mean, okay, no, this is not. Can I think about like where does 8 go in here? Because it's not here. It could be here copycatted. Is it this one? If this is 1, 6, I get a 2, 3 pair here. This 1, 6 translates to 3 or 8. This 2 or 3 translates to 6 or 7. I don't know. Okay. What is this doing? I mean, this could literally be anything because I can copycat to here, and this can be anything except 9. I don't know. This doesn't seem that restricted to me. Let's just check for Sudoku. Because that's often, oh my goodness. Look at that. Check for Sudoku. And you'll find something good. We get a 4 on there. But it could be a copycat 4. It could be a 4 with copycat cells in it. But that did give us something. We get a 5 up here. Is there any way? And that 5 is not copycat. Is there any way that's a real 5? This becomes a 2-3 pair. So this is 1 or 4. So this is 1 or copycat to a 1 or 4. But that does work. Yeah, it does work. This could be 4-1-3, I think. 2-3. Seems okay. Oh, no, this can't be 2. Well, if this is 5, we get 2-3. Or something that copycats to 3. Hold on, does the odds work here? If this is 5, if this is odd, this has to be 3, which makes this, oh, this could copycat to a 2. Okay, if this is 5, this is 3, this copycats to a 2, which it can't because of this 2. That's not a 5. Because, okay, if this were a 5, this is a real 2 or 3, so this has to have a value of 2 or 3. Oh, but it could be a real 3. Hold on. 5, 3, 2. And this could be 1, 4, or, oh no, it can't be 1, 4. So it'd have to be 1 copycat to a 4. So this would have to be 4, which it can't be. Wow. That's a lot. I think I'm going to use it because I've been stuck here for a bit. Okay, this is not 5. Why is this not 5? What would it, suppose this were a 5. First of all, it's a real 5, because copycat 5 is taken. This cell now has to either be 2 or 3. I'm not going to use what this cell is, so it doesn't matter. But it has to be 2 or 3, or a value of 2 or 3 if it's a copycat. No, I am going to have to use that. So it would have to, so this would have to be either a 3 or a copycat to a 3. And it can't be a 2 because of this 2, and it can't copycat to a 2 because of this 1. So this would be effectively a 3. So meaning this would really be a 2. So now what is this? Well, it can't be 2 or 4, and it's got to add up with something 5. So this is 1 or 3. So this is either 2 or 4, which it can't be. So this now has to be the copycat cell, right? So that would have to be the copycat cell. This becomes now a real 3. And this is the copycat to either 2 or 4. Where is this copycat to? Here. And what does that see? 2 or 4. It just doesn't work. So I can't put a 5 here. So this is my 5, and which is a real 5 because 5 is already copycatted. So now this can't be more than 4, and it can't be a 4 because it sees 2 different 4s actually. So this is at somewhere between 6 to 8. It could be copycatting to 6 or 7. And this has to be, but this could also be copycatting. It can't be copycatting into 4 though. So it's either, let's see, what is, this has to be, because these are no more than 2 apart. This is no more than 2 from 5. So that means it's between 3 and 7, or it's copycatting to something between 3 and 7. So it's not so much. But does that 5 do something for us? Now I get a 5 in one of those spots. I do not know. Okay. Is there something that I can do, like where's the copycat 3 or something? I mean, I just have no... Ah, I have a Sudoku 2. Okay, that's a 2. I don't know if it's copycat or not, but I know that if it is a copycat, it goes to itself. Which seems unlikely here, but I suppose it's possible. And therefore it goes to, this is 7. So what left? I'm left with 3, 6, and 1, 8. This one's not 8, so this one's not 1. Yeah, this is also, okay, this is also 1, 3, 6, 8. These aren't 2, so one of these is 2. This pairs with this and this, so one of these is 7. I get a 7 down here in one of these. If this is 7, this is 4, which is a real 4, because the 4 copycat's taken. This doesn't have to be a real 7, though. Unfortunately, that doesn't have to be a real 7. Hold on. This could be a copycat too. Oh, but whatever's here copycats to itself. Whatever's here is copycats to itself because it's on this 9-length swirl. Okay. So these are also from 1, 3, 6, 8. I get a lot of 1, 3, 6, 8s going on here. This could copycat. This could copycat to anything. I was thinking there's no way this could be 8, right? Because this can't be 1, but this could be an 8 copycatting to a 1. I guess not a 1, but as little as 3. I think this can't be a 3, weirdly. But it's kind of strange why. So if this is 3, that's a 2. Which means this 3, which means this is 1 or 3. So this is, the sum is a value of 6 or 8. Which means this has to copycat to 4 or 6. Well, I guess I could copycat to 6. Oh no, but this is 3. If it's 3, we get 2, 1. That's what it was. If this is 3, we get 2, 1. The sum is 6, that's 2. So this 3 has to copycat to a 4, which it can't do. Which is probably not a necessary step. If this is 4, hold on. If this is 4, these are the same value, which is possible if this is a copycat cell. But that means this cell and this cell are the same value. Is that a problem? It doesn't strike me as a problem. I don't know. Could this be 2? Because if this isn't 2, we get a 2 here. 2 is in one of these 2 spots in the column. If this is 2, this is either a 3, 3, 1. Or it's a copycatting to a 3 or 5. You have to copycat to a 3. That's possible. Wait, hold on. Yeah, but this is the 2 in that case. I was thinking about it wrong. Okay. If this is 2, I don't know. Well, this is 2, that's 7, because we can't have 2, 3 here. So that's 2, 7, 1, 6. This copycats to 5, which I can't do. This can't be 2. Is that right? This is not 2 by Sudoku. That's not 2. These aren't 2. These aren't 2. I have 2 in the box here. This can't be a 2. If this is a 2, how does that work? I can't put 2, 3 here anymore, so this can't be 5. This has to be 7. So if this is 2, we get a 1, 6 here. Importantly, 2, 7. This has to be a 5 essentially, which means it can't be a 5. It's got a copycat to a 5, but it can't because that can't be a 5 either. So that's not a 2. This is a 2. I suspect there are easier ways to see some of this stuff because I'm having some real trouble looking through this. And then these also, I can put in my 1, 3, 6, 8. Yeah, I'm missing a 1, 3, 6, 7, or 8. It's too many choices. Every time I say let's look for some Sudoku, I find something. So let's look for some Sudoku. 2s are here. Look at that. This is a 3, 2 pair. This is a 1, 5. Yeah. Sorry, I should have been looking for stuff like this. And this, I got a 1 and a 7. Yeah. I think everything I did is valid. It's probably more look ahead than I needed to do if I just stopped and looked for some Sudoku. These aren't 6, so these aren't 3. One of these is definitely a 1, so one of these is definitely 8, so those aren't 8. These aren't 1. I got a 3, 6, 8 triple here, so I'm left with this 1, 4, 7. So these aren't 1. I mean, any of these can be copycat is the problem. Like I want to say this can't possibly be an 8, but this could either be an 8 copycat to something like a 5. Hold on. No, it'd have to copycat to 3 or 6, which it can't. Yeah. Oh, could you copycat to 3? It might be possible to copycat to 3. Have this be a 1. Yeah. Okay. Now this is probably a copycat, right? I could do 5, 3, 6, 2, 8. So if none of these are copycats, it has to be it, right? Because this can't be 8 because the most this can be is 8. And some, so this would have to be 6, which means that this is 1 more than this. Oh no, this could be 6. This would be 7 or 8 then. It can't be 7 actually. So it'd be 8, 2, 1, 6, 5. No, 8, 3, 2, 6, 5. Oh, that doesn't work. Hold on. If this is 8, that's 3, that's 2. Oh, that does work. That does work. Yeah, no, this just, the odd lots here just work out nicely. There's no problem with any of these. Now this can't be 1 because of 1, 4, 7, not because this can't be a 1. It can't be a 1 by zipper, except it could copycat to something quite high. Same with the 3. And the 6, actually. This has to sum to, oh, no, this could be real 6. Except then this would be a, well, it could be a copycat. This is so confusing. If this is a real 6, that's a real 1. And this is copycatting to something low, either 3 or 4. No, if this is a real 6, that's a 2 for odd lot reasons. So if this is 6, that's 2. That's copycatting to a 4, which you can't do. But this could be a 6 copycatting to something else. No, it can't, because if this is a 6 copycatting, this is an 8, which is going to be too big. So if this is the copycat, this is 6. And it's copycatting to 8. If this is copycatting, oh, no. This gets to be a 6. Yeah, no, if this is copycatting, and therefore this is not, this is a 6 to a 2, 3. So if this is copycatting, it's copycatting to an 8. Which means this can't be a 6 either way, because if it's a 6, it's copycatting to an 8, which it can't do because this will be an 8. And if it's a real 6, that's an 8. That would have to copycat to a 4, I think we said. If this is a real 6, the way the odd lots have to work is that's going to have to be a 2. So this is going to have to copycat to 4, which doesn't work. That's not a 6. Could this be a 3? If it's 3, that's 2. It's clearly a copycat 3. And it's going to copycat to something even. That's a 1. It'll copy 3, 2. No, yeah. If this is a 3, yeah. If this is a 3 copycat, then, I mean, how does this work? This is 3, 2, 1. That means this is 6, which means this copycats to a 6, which is fine probably. But then what goes here? This is a not copycat cell, is at least 6. So this can't be there. That's an 8. That's a 6. Now I think either of these could still be copycats, but I think, right? Could either of those be copycats still? What if 8 is the oh, let's just do this for a second. That's not 8. So that's not 1. I guess I could have done that. How long have I had this? Oh my goodness. 3, 6, 3, 5, 6, 8. It's not worth it. Okay. This can't be 1 because I put a 3, 6 pair here, which doesn't work. So that's not 1. So this is not 8. That forces an 8 here and a 1 here. Okay, this is the kind of stuff I gotta stop. I'm trying to do really silly stuff, which is not helpful. It's not helpful, I think, yeah, to anyone. That's a 5. This is through 6. 8. This can't be 7 or 8. There's a lot of things this can't be. This can be 1, 8. It can be 2, 7. It can't be 3, 6 this way. It can't be 4, 5 either way. 6, 3 is okay. 7, 2 is out. 8, 1 is out. This is not 1 or 2. That's a 3. That's a 2. This is really 8. This could copycat to 8. I mean, any of these could be copycatting to themselves, I suppose. So I can't rule them out as copycats. One of these things is being copycat to a set 2. That just can't be right. That's 1. That seems plausible, actually. 3 or 6 doesn't work either way. So that's not copycat. So my copycat's one of those, and none of these are. So this is now actually actually odd. It's not 5 or 7, so it's 3 or 9. In fact, I know what all these cells are. The 3 is going to go here. No. Yeah, 3 is going to go here. So this isn't 3. That's 6. That's 3. That's 6. So either this is 1, this is 2, or this is 3 from this copycat cell. And either this is 1 or this is 2. Hold on. Let's look at this. That is very interesting. If this is 1, I get a 1 here, that's a 3. If this is 2, it copycats itself, I get a 2 here. Even if it's a copycat, it copies itself back to a 2, so it doesn't matter. which means I need a 1 here. So one of these is a 1. That can't be. That's a 3, which means this is in fact the 7. And this is a 1, 6. This is 2, 3, 6, H, 1, 7. These digits are 2, 3, and 5. This one is not a 3. I wrote that was very, very nice. I like that a lot. 1, 2, 3, 6, no, 3, 8, 9. So this is either a 1, copycatting to a 1, a 7, or copycatting to a 7, any of which are possible at this point. These are 1, 5, 7? And then okay, my 5 here is not a copycat cell. So my 1, 2, 3 copycats are these cells here, right? This one's 2 or 3. This one's 1, 2, or 3. This one's 1 or 2. So my copycats are now, my 1, 2, 3 copycats are done. 1 to 5 actually are done. So my copycats are 6, 7, or 8 in these cells. So this one's a 7. So whichever one is the 7 is my copycat. Which means these can't be copycat, which means this is not a 1, legitimately. And either my 6 or my 8 are my copycat cells. Whoa, which are copycatting to 1. That doesn't make any sense. I broke it. Because the sums here all work. Hold on, what did I do wrong? I messed this up badly. Well, this is a bad solve anyway. Should I just scrap it? Oh no, this is the 4, 5. This is wrong. Hold on. Let's go back to there. Let's go back to there. This is it. It's not 5, it's 8. Ugh, my flubby fingers. Okay. Okay, so now we will use what we learned and do it the right way, which is that these are 1, 5, or 7. These cannot, because if these were copycats, they would copycat to themselves, but 6 and 8 are not in the correct spots to be copycats. So these are not copycats. Now, is this too much look ahead? If the 2 or 3 were being copycat here, that's not a 3, then we would have 1, 2, 3 taken. That would make this a 7, and I have nothing left for here. Let's try to think of a different way. Where is my copycat 6? My copycat 6 is here. It's not in this box, it's not in those boxes, it's not here, it's not here. My copycat 6 is here. Which means these are not copycats, which means this is. Which means it's not 4. Because 4 has already been copycat. So this is actually taking the value of whatever this is. So this can't be a 1. These are not copycat. And it can't be 5. This has to be a 7. Now this doesn't have to be a 7. And this doesn't have to be a 9, because this could be a copycat to a 1. In fact, I will bet my hat, that's not a thing, that these are going to be 7 and 1 copycat to each other. But this is really a 7, meaning this is 4. I also have a 1, 7 pair here, I guess. 1, 6. This is just an 8. And now this is going to be 2 just because it's funny. And it works. These aren't 7. 5 can't be copycat. The 1, hold on. Yeah, the 1 could still be copycat there. 5 can't be. So this is 1 or 7, and this is 1 or 7. So my 1s here are not being copycat. I guess I could have, and then that means the 2 is. Yes, the 2 is being copycat, which means this is a 2, and even if it's being copycat, it's still copycatting to a 2. So this is 1. This is a copycat to a 1. Yes. I don't know what the actual value is, but it doesn't matter. This is a 1, and this is also copycatting to a 1. My goodness. And so these are not copycat. That's my copycat 3, which has to go to itself. Nope. That one. This is a copycat as well. I can probably do some Sudoku. 7, 1. So this is really a 1, meaning that's a 3. We said that 6 is my copycat cell. 2 is taken. My 8 is there. That makes us 5. 6 from Sudoku. 9 does that. 5. Yeah, this is just done now. Oh, I'm so glad I did not really break that as bad as I thought I did. These aren't 8. Let's see, these aren't 5 or 7. So this is 4, 8. This is going to be 5, 7, 5, 6, I think. Let's see if that works. Whew. Brutal. I almost gave up on that one for the stream, for the video. But I'm glad I did. It's a great puzzle. I really had a hard time seeing where I was supposed to go. And I definitely did some things that I think were not intended, but that is life. Anyway, thanks for the puzzles, Gojo, and everyone in chat that helped him set that up. And thanks for watching. And see you next time. Bye.